How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.
Delhi Capitals are off to a winning start. Sunrisers Hyderabad won their first but then lost the second. What can we expect as these two teams meet in Visakhapatnam? Let's build up to match number 10 on Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricinfo Timeout, where we are joined by Wasim Jaffer and Cheteshwar Pujara. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. Right at the top of this contest, whenever Sunrisers bat, is an enticing prospect. Mitch Starc versus Travis Head. This is the contest that dictated how the playoffs went last season, and Starc has had the wood on Head whenever they've met in domestic cricket, in T20s, 5 dismissals in barely 20 balls. Feels like it could be such a mouth-watering prospect again.
Yeah, I think it will be. Starc obviously had Head's number a few times, and when you've got somebody who's got your number so many times, it does play on your mind, and I think Head will be, he'll be watchful of that. So I think that is going to be very interesting how Head plays Mitchell Starc at the start. But once he plays that, we all know what Travis Head can do. But Travis Head against Mitchell Starc is an exciting contest.
Yeah, Delhi know it better than most others because the only meeting between these sides last season saw Head smash 89 of 32 as Hyderabad scored 125 in the power play alone. So Delhi know what they're about to face, but it is a different Delhi with Mitchell Starc. They'll know just how important it is to get the back of Head as soon as you can.
It is, and even if you look at the Delhi's bowling lineup, there is Akshar, there is Kuldeep, and I would love to see the battle between Kuldeep and Travis Head as well, because Kuldeep has improved his bowling a lot. The way he's bowling recently, there's a bit more turn he's getting on any surface, and if Travis Head gets going, I wouldn't mind bringing in Kuldeep in the power play against two left-handers. I think he could be very effective even in the power play. But let's see how it goes. But I feel Delhi is very well prepared. They are looking like a balanced side. And the way they won the last game, they must be a confident unit now.
Yeah, in that last meeting that I just referred to, when Hyderabad made 125, it was Kuldeep who bowled the 7th over and got Travis Head out. So on a day when Head made 89 of 32, Kuldeep conceded 3 runs of 5 balls. But if Head does get off to a flyer or even Abhishek, we've seen that teams can oftentimes be reluctant to use Kuldeep inside the power play. Is that something Delhi need to consider?
I think sometimes you'll be forced to do it because if Abhishek and Travis Head gets going, you've got no choice but to go to Kuldeep because even in the game that you mentioned where teams have got 250, 260, he's bowled economical and he's picked up wickets. So you need to go your two other bowlers who can get you wickets, who can get breakthroughs. And I think even if he doesn't like to, I think to throw him for 1 over in the power play is not a bad idea.
All right, let's turn our attention towards the Sunrisers bowling now. And they've had a rough start to the season. Conceded 242 against Rajasthan Royals. Saw 190 chased in just 16.1 versus Lucknow Super Giants. You'd think that the Hyderabad bowlers are happy to be moving away from home given the kind of scoring we see in Hyderabad. But it's not like Visakhapatnam was a low scorer either. 210 was chased down over there.
But the good part is they are going away from Hyderabad, and Hyderabad is probably the flattest out of all the venues. So if they are moving out of Hyderabad, they will feel a little better. But there are a lot of areas to work on for SRH bowlers, and I feel they are a confident unit with Pat Cummins and Daniel Vittori around. I'm sure they would have had a chat of what is to be rectified in that bowling lineup. What are the adjustments which they need to do in their line and length? And if they come up with better game plan, then it'll be a different SRH side altogether.
Yeah, better game plan feels like such an important thing, even for the most seasoned bowlers, because Mohammad Shami, Pat Cummins, no denying or doubting what they can do. But so far, 13 overs between them for 159 runs. Need to go to the defensive style of bowling a lot more often.
I think with the impact sub rule, you'll be forced to bowl defensively a lot earlier than you would do. And the way the batters are batting, the kind of pitches they've played on, I think the all SRH team, even they won the first game. It does look they are a little bit rusty. They'll probably peak at the right time, I would guess. So even their batting, even Nitish Reddy looked a bit rusty. Abhinav Manohar, which is not a bad sign, for a team that possesses so much talent. I think the teams will be forced to bowl, defensively, I feel. considering how the pitches are playing and the way the batters are batting.
The opening game in Vizag did see some assistance for spin. In that matter, are Sunrisers a little light? They're only playing Adam Zampa right now, and Abhishek Sharma bowls a few overs. Are you tempted to consider Rahul Chahar?
I would definitely try and get him in the side, whether it's an impact player. If they are batting first, then they can bring him as an impact player. But they need better options when it comes to spin bowling, because the moment they start going away from Hyderabad, those are the games which are very important for them. And in those games, I believe that they will need a quality spinner. And this could be an ideal time to bring in another spinner. Maybe drop one of the seamers. Rahul can replace Simajit if the need be. But it also depends on what kind of pitches they are playing on. It's very easy to judge from here. But if the pitch is on the flatter side and there is no assistance for spinners, then they might stick to the same bowling unit.
Well, it's a tricky one. Rahul Chahar hasn't played a lot of cricket and he's been expensive in the games that he's played in the domestic circuit. I'll probably trust Abhishek Sharma a little bit more, I would say, because Pat Cummins doesn't like to bowl with the new ball. I think it's not a bad idea to probably use 1 or 2 overs of Abhishek Sharma. I don't think he bowls that badly, and he's got knacks of picking up wickets. So I'll probably be tempted to go towards Abhishek Sharma for 1 or 2 overs. And I think all the other bowlers, even Adam Zampa for that matter, he's been expensive. So the pitches have not been that conducive, but I would probably get Abhishek Sharma a couple of overs in the power play if I can.
All right. One player worth focusing on as far as this contest goes is KL Rahul, who is all set to make his Delhi Capitals debut. He missed their opener as he took leave to attend to the birth of his first child. Congratulations to him for that. He comes in, and it feels like, Puji, I've been asking you this question, regardless of which format we are speaking about, what is the ideal batting position for KL Rahul?
Well, if we are talking about Test cricket, then it's opening. But in T20 format, I would definitely say that he should be looking at the team's balance. He should be batting at number 3, because they have good openers, and if KL can bat at number 3, then there is a right balance in the Delhi's batting lineup.
I'll probably get him to open with Jake Fraser-McGurk and Faf to come at number 3. I'll also, get Karun Nair at number 4. I think he's the guy who's in great form. So you don't need to be making that player sit out who's got such an outstanding domestic form coming into the IPL. But I'll ask probably KL Rahul to bat a lot more aggressively, because we've seen what he can do in Champions Trophy. If he plays freely, you've got Faf at 3. Karun at 4, and then Akshar coming at 5. So that's a pretty top 5 for me.
So you're losing Samir Rizvi and
Abhishek
Porel from the side that played. Rahul coming in, who do you see going out?
I think we just spoke. I think if Karun comes in, then both of these batters will have to go out. But look, it'll be a tough call on Abhishek if he is missing out after playing just one game. So if Karun had to start, he should have started in the first game. Now, since you have picked Abhishek ahead of Karun, then you need to show enough faith in that player, try and give him a couple of more games and see how he does.
All right, we will see how it pans out. Be sure to join us for the build-up to Delhi versus Hyderabad. It's the first of the Sunday double headers, so join us just around toss time on Maruti Suzuki Arena, presents ESPN Cricinfo Timeout.
How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.